Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gisleniq if this is your first time here. So I am super excited about today's video. As you guys can see from the title, today's video is going to be me creating my vision board. I'm so excited for this video. I literally have been looking forward to creating my vision board for a while, and I literally have been putting off completing my vision board because I wanted to film it for YouTube and for you guys. So yeah, so I'm super excited to be finally sitting down and creating my vision board. So if you guys want to see how I create my vision board, if you want to create it with me, or you just want to see what steps I take to create my vision board, then go ahead and keep watching. All right, so before we get into creating the vision board and all of that, I want to show you guys some of the stuff that I have that I'm going to use to create my vision board and some of the stuff that you may need to create yours. So first and foremost, you're going to need a poster board. So I initially bought this paper right here, and I felt like it was a little too small, so I ended up deciding to go for a little bit of a bigger poster board. And so this is what I'm going to use. It's a little thick too. And then the next thing is some glue. You could also use tape if that's what you have. I just picked up some glue because I feel like it's going to be a little bit easier. And then I also picked up some markers. I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna actually use the markers or not, but if I wanted to like write stuff on the board or like maybe write on the pictures or anything like that, I felt like markers would be good. And they're different colors, so if you want to do like different sections and then, you know, write the different sections in different colors, you can do that. So markers is also something that I picked up. And then I also picked up some Mod Podge, which I'm gonna use as like a sealer glue once I'm done putting all the pictures, and that way I can make sure that the pictures don't fall off and everything just kind of stays in place. So that is something else that I picked up. And then of course you are going to need your pictures and your quotes and stuff like that. So I have a few right here. For the most part, I already have all of them right here. And then last but not least, something that you don't necessarily need, but I picked it up because I felt like it was going to be good for me, are these command strips. So these are them right there. So the reason that I picked this up is because I really do plan on like sticking up my vision board almost like it was a frame on the wall. That way I can look at it every single day and I do not forget what my goals are, even though I'm not going to, but that way I have like a visual representation of everything that I'm trying to achieve on a day. If I'm ever not feeling great, I can look at my vision board and it can just continue to motivate me. So that is something else that I picked up. So that is everything that I am going to need to create my vision board. So now let's jump into creating the vision board and kind of figuring out what I'm going to actually put on my vision board. So the main reason that it took me so long to actually get down to creating my vision board was because I really wanted to be intentional about what I wanted to put on my vision board. So I really wanted to sit down and write out all of the goals that I have for myself in 2024. And sometimes that can be very overwhelming. I'm just like, oh my god, like I have to think about all the goals that I want to accomplish in a year. Like that's too much. So one way that I really like to do it, that I've seen in like other videos, is to basically just break down different categories and what you would like to see happen in that year for those different categories. So let me kind of break that down a little bit. So for example, lifestyle, right? So something that I really want to start doing in 2024 is waking up early, right? So I wrote down as a category lifestyle. So one of my goals for 2024 is to wake up at 6 a.m. every single day and do 10 minutes of meditation and then journal and do my gratitude journal every single morning before I go to the gym. So that is one of my main goals for 2024. So that is something that I wrote down. Another example that would fall under the lifestyle category is being super consistent with the gym. That's something that I've kind of really got into in 2023, was just kind of creating that routine again. I used to be really good about going to the gym 5 days a week pre-COVID, but then it was really hard for me to create that routine again. And I felt like in 2023 I kind of got into, you know, my love for the gym and being consistent with the gym. So in 2024 I just want to continue that, and I just want to grow, and I just want to get as strong and as physically healthy as possible. So that's just kind of an example of, you know, goals that I have and how I broke them down. Let me give an example of like another category. So another category is like career. So something that I would like to accomplish in 2024 is becoming like a full-time content creator slash YouTuber. I would love to get monetized on YouTube this year. One of my goals is to get 100,000 subscribers this year, which may seem crazy because I don't even have 500 as of when I'm filming this video, but I feel like if I work hard and I put it on my vision board and I really truly believe that that could happen, that it will happen, because it's happened to other people, so why can't it happen to me? You know, so that's just basically an example of kind of how I broke down and figured out what images I wanted to have on my vision board. Was really just through writing all my goals and breaking down my goals into specific categories, so that way it didn't feel so overwhelming, and that way I made sure that I wasn't just focused on one specific aspect of my life and was neglecting another one. So, you know, if you guys are like struggling to figure out your goals or to like make it all make sense, I feel like that might be a good way to kind of go about it. So just a little tip if you guys are struggling a little bit. All right, so now moving on to pictures, which I feel like is probably one of the main things, because obviously it's what you're gonna put on your vision board. So what I did for my pictures was, one, I printed them at home. Some people get them printed at like CVS Photos. That works. I didn't do that just because, one, I didn't want to have to pay for it, and two, I didn't want to have to like go to the store to pick up the pictures. I wanted to be able to like kind of have control of what pictures I had. If I decided like last minute, oh, I wanted to add this, I could just print it at home and I didn't have to like reorder it. So that's one way that you could do it, or like I said, you can just print it at home, which is the method that I decided to go with. So where I got my pictures from. So I got all of my pictures from Pinterest. So what I did was I went on Pinterest and I created a board that was titled Vision Board 2024, and I just started typing in specific things into the search bar that kind of had to do with what it was that I was trying to accomplish. So for example, like I mentioned, I wanted to get up at 6 a.m. every single day as a part of my routine. So I went on Pinterest, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. So I just went ahead and went on Pinterest, and then I went to the search bar. I'm sure you guys know how to do this. And I just typed in 6 a.m. morning routine, right? And then literally the first picture is a picture of a phone with a, let me show you guys. So the first picture that popped up was a picture of a phone, and it had an alarm, and it has like the alarm clocks, and it says 6 a.m., 6:05, 6:10, 6:20, 6:30, and so on. You know, it just continued. And that is a perfect example of like, okay, that's what I want. I want an alarm. I want my phone to have alarms for 6 a.m. because I'm trying to get up at 6 a.m. So that was one picture that I said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead, and I saved it to my vision board. And then I just continued. Anything that I thought of, I just searched it, and then I saved it. And then eventually Pinterest kind of picked up what I was doing. So then on my actual like homepage, it would recommend certain pictures or certain quotes that was tailored to things that I had already saved. And so I got a lot of my pictures just from suggestions on my feed on Pinterest. So that was really good. And then something else that I wanted to add to my vision board was quotes. So I felt like it was super important for me to have quotes, just so it could be like those constant reminders, those things that I constantly read to remind me of the goals that I have for myself, or really just to like maybe talk myself down if I'm like, you know, having a moment where I'm feeling bad. The quote is just kind of there so it could really center me and remind me of the bigger picture. So that was something that I added a lot of to the vision board on Pinterest, because again, I just feel like quotes are perfect to add to your vision board, so it's not literally just pictures, it's words that remind you of real goals that you have for yourself. So now with all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys some of the pictures that I printed. So the first picture that I have here is just literally someone holding up a glass of water, and then on the picture it says reminder, stay hydrated. So I felt like this was really good, because something that I struggle with is making sure that I get enough water in a day, and sometimes I find myself getting a headache and I'm like, why do I have a headache? And I'm like, have you drank enough water today? And 9 times out of 10, I have not drank enough water. So I just felt like this was perfect to just literally be a reminder of like, hey, if you haven't drank water, go get your water bottle and sip on your water bottle. Which, now that we're talking about it, let me get some water. All right, and here is another picture. So here you just have a picture of the wing of an airplane, and then just like the sky. And I was watching a video on YouTube, somebody talking about how they did their vision board, and that's something about me. I'd love to like watch other people's videos just to get inspiration. Anyway, so something that they mentioned is it's really important to put pictures on your vision board as if you're the one taking the picture. So for example, obviously it's as if I took this picture, right? And so it really lets you immerse yourself into that feeling, because you feel like you're the one taking the picture rather than looking at somebody else doing what it is that you want to be doing. So that was the reason that I put this, because one of my goals for 2024 is to continue to travel, hopefully go to new countries, to new places, and just discover, like, you know, different cultures. One trip that my husband and I have planned that we're not 100% sure if it's gonna happen yet is Japan, for like a ski trip, which is gonna be so epic if it actually happens. So yeah, so I am manifesting more traveling, new experiences, new countries, all of that. And to go hand in hand with that, I also printed out this picture of somebody's passport book with a bunch of stamps on it. So again, I felt like these were perfect together, so I'll go ahead and just put these together in my vision board in whatever travel section I create. And that's definitely something I want. I just got a new passport last year because I changed my last name, and I was literally like 2 pages away from filling up my last passport. So my goal is, within the 10 years that I have with this passport, is completely fill it up. So fingers crossed that I can get that done. All right, and so now let me show you guys some of the quotes that I got. So one of them is consistency. I feel like that is something that I really want to work on, is just being consistent with whatever it is that I'm doing. Don't let certain things discourage me from not continuing. Literally just continue, just be consistent, and whatever it is that you want will manifest itself. And then here is, so this is actually what I plan on putting right at the center of my vision board, and that is this right here. So I don't know if you guys can see, it says 2024 is my year. And honestly, I truly believe that 2024 is probably going to be one of the best years of my life. I feel so like optimistic and just like excited about what this year has in store for me. I truly believe that this year is gonna really change my life, and I'm just excited for it. So I felt like this was the perfect thing to put in the center of my vision board, because it's gonna be a constant reminder that this year is the year for me to grow, and it's just gonna be an amazing year overall. So I felt like this was perfect. And then let me see if I could show you guys at least 1 or 2 more pictures that I printed. So here you just have a picture of somebody that's clearly at the gym. Again, one of my goals, be consistent at the gym. And then here is a good one. We'll end it off here before we go ahead and actually start putting the vision board together. So I've mentioned this on my channel. So this quote just says, talk a little nicer to yourself today. And I feel like I've mentioned this on my channel in previous videos that I really aim to just like be nicer to myself. I can be very self-critical, and everybody always tells me like, just be nicer to yourself. Like, why are you being so hard on yourself? So I feel like putting it on there, if I ever have a moment where I'm being hard on myself or I'm being super self-critical, I can look at my board and I'll see that, and it's just a reminder like, hey, be nicer to yourself. Like, there's no reason for you to be so critical of yourself. Like, it literally doesn't do anything. There's no positives to it. So yeah, so that's something that I feel like I really need to hear. And then actually I want to show you guys one more. I said that was gonna be the last one, but I want to show you guys one more because it's something that I don't know, I feel like it's a little delulu, but I'm also kind of like, I feel like I need to be a little delulu for my dreams to kind of really come true. So like I mentioned, one of my goals for 2024 is for my YouTube channel to get monetized, and for content creation to be like my full-time job, and for me to get 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. So obviously you may or may not know, but once you hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, you get sent a YouTube plaque. So I went on Pinterest and I found a picture of somebody who got their YouTube plaque, and it's like the letter from YouTube and everything, and then they have their little Canon G7X camera, which I also have as well. And so I went and I took this picture, I put it on Canva, and then I photoshopped it so that it said my name on the YouTube plaque. I don't know if you guys can really tell. Let me see. I don't know if you guys can tell, but the YouTube plaque says my name on it, my channel's name, because that's what I want. So if I can visualize it, if I can see it, then I can manifest it, and one day my YouTube plaque will be in my hands. And I truly believe that. I don't know how quickly it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen. And so yeah, that's something else that I wanted to like mention. Anything that you see for yourself, go on Canva, on whatever photo editing app that you have, and literally like put your face on it, put your name on it. If it's you want to get a bunch of money, you know, write your name on a check of you getting that amount of money. Just do anything that you need to do so that you can really believe that what you want is already a reality. Because if you start to move as if you already have all these things, then eventually all these things will happen and really be your life. So yeah, so with all that being said, I feel like I've been talking forever. It's time to actually put everything together. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you guys up so you guys can see me kind of putting everything together. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so I just moved everything to my table. So what I think I'm gonna do is kind of just like play around with the outline of like how I want everything to look on the board before I just go ahead and like start gluing everything. Because again, I want everything to be super intentional. So I want things in sections, but then I also want things to kind of blend together that make sense together. I'll explain once I kind of have an overview of everything that I want.
I've been all in my phone, I got options, and I don't wanna tell you to drop it, but I don't wanna play your fair. Yeah, something that makes me look at you too often. Oh, baby, you can give it something. Baby, I can run all the time. Baby, I'm talking crazy. I need you running my space, but I need it, baby. I'm late, but I still can check in with you. I know that I need my friends, but I wouldn't wanna leave. You know, I wouldn't wanna bleed. Even my heart, my mind, and my body. My mind, and my body. My body says my mind, and my heart. My body says I don't know what it is. I can't tell you what it is, but you got me going crazy. Just to do is so amazing. How long can you go, baby? At last till my body's so crazy.
All right, so I want to show you guys what the vision board looks like so far. I'm not 100% done yet, but I pretty much have the majority of the stuff on here. So let me show you guys what it looks like so far. So we have pretty much this whole side done. So I went ahead and started this corner right here with my morning routine. So I have a little quote there that says wake up early, with basically everything that I would like to do in the morning. So wake up early, by 6:30 already be ready to do whatever it is I have to do, my journal, and then I have more pictures going down. So I have one that says stay consistent, do the work, your next level is waiting. And I felt like it just was the perfect segue into my gym motivation. So body goals, I want to definitely grow my glutes this year, and then I want to get into Pilates. So I put a picture of a Pilates studio. I said I want to be healthy, so I have a picture of just like fruits and vegetables, and in the center it says health. I really want to get abs this year, so I have a picture of abs. And then you guys can kind of see another picture that says stay focused. And I just recently picked up an iPad so that I could do digital planning, so I put a picture of that. And then here we kind of segue into the travel section, as well as just some like quotes of stuff that I want to just constantly remind myself. And then I put a picture here of somebody driving a car, because that's something I really want to get into this year, is learning how to drive. I have my license, but I just don't feel confident driving. So I just went ahead and put that. And then I also put a picture of myself. And that may seem a little weird, like why'd you put a picture of yourself? But the reason that I put that picture is because, one, it's one of my favorite pictures that I took in 2023. And two, so I can remind myself, like, this is your potential, you know what I mean? Like, just because you're looking a little bummy today doesn't mean that you can't be like that, you know what I mean? So that was the reason I put that picture. I'm not like conceited or anything. It would just be a reminder to myself that, like, you know, you just because you be having bummy days doesn't mean like you're constantly looking bummy. So that's why that's there. But anyways, let me just continue with the rest of the vision board. So yeah, so I have that picture of myself, and then again, just like quotes, ditch your comfort zone, my financial future is secure. I did want to show you guys one more picture that I printed that I'm going to put on my vision board. So if you guys may or may not know, one of my favorite podcasts is the #1 Latino podcast out there, and that is La Platica. So this is their little logo. So that is one of my favorite podcasts, and I love the guests that they have on there. And so one of my goals is to be a guest on La Platica. Like, I would literally die if I was on La Platica. Like, I feel like, yeah, it would be crazy. So I'm manifesting that one day I will be a guest on La Platica. So I went ahead and printed out their logo, and then I also printed out this little microphone that says On Air Podcast, and just to manifest that one day I will be a guest on La Platica. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these two together. So I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys that. So again, I'm gonna actually go ahead and finish my vision board now. All right, my love, so it's been quite a bit since I checked in with y'all, but I am finally done with my vision board. I'm so happy with how it turned out. I did end up having to print a few extra pictures to put in the empty spaces that I have. I do still have a few empty spaces, but I don't want to overcrowd it just to, like, you know, fill up the empty space. So I'm about to put the Mod Podge on it so I can kind of like seal it. Rhythm is a lesson. I need a companion. Girl, I guess that must be you. Body like the summer, touch it like no other. Don't you tell them what we do. Don't tell them, you ain't, don't tell them, you ain't gotta tell them, don't tell them, don't tell them, you ain't, don't tell them, don't tell them, you ain't gotta tell them, don't tell them, don't tell them, don't. So you say you're down with it, don't tell them how you can ride with it. Girl, you know I'm from Chicago, I act the fool while you ride with it. I just finished putting on the first layer of the Mod Podge. I'll probably end up doing more than one layer, just again to make sure that like everything is sealed together and there's nothing that's gonna fall off. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of show you guys what the vision board looks like so far. So this is what the vision board looks like. So I do have a lot of stuff on here, but everything makes sense. I have like my waking up early lifestyle right here. I have some of the goals that I have for my relationship up here. And then down here I have some traveling stuff. And then this side is mostly focused on like career and money and just accomplishments that I have for myself for this year. And then right in the center was where I put like the main quotes that I want to just kind of like constantly remind myself. So 2024 is my year, which I showed you guys. And then some quotes that I have around are: I am a magnet of miracles, say yes to new experiences, 2024, a new era of me. So yeah, so I'm super happy with how the vision board turned out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it up in the back room, so every time I go in there it's just a reminder of the goals that I have for myself. So yeah, so that completes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got some inspiration for your vision board, or just maybe for some goals that you want to write down for yourself that you want to accomplish in 2024. I'm really looking forward to like waking up every single morning and looking at this and just constantly being reminded of what I'm going to accomplish in 2024. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on your post notifications so you get notified every single time I post a new video. And I will catch you guys in my next one. Mwah! Bye!